everyone, my name is Riley and this is my first video on my doll channel, and I wanted to start a channel because I needed a place to curate my collection, and I thought, you know what, I love watching doll unboxing videos just as much as the next collector, and I just think it'd be fun to show everybody my collection. And since I love going thrifting so much and how exciting that is, as we all know, and coming home and, you know, cataloging your finds, or like, you know, trying to find somebody to talk to about it, sometimes it's just more fun to actually show the community what you have or what you found that day. So this channel is mostly going to be just unboxings and thoughts and reviews about dolls that I find out in the wild. I am mostly a Barbie collector. I started collecting seriously about 5 years ago. I'm actually in my 30s now. I used to be a huge Barbie fan, of course, when I was younger. I grew up having Barbies and all that jazz, and then I got serious about 5 years ago and started taking collecting as more of like a serious type of hobby. I am actually in doll groups. I'm a part of like some local groups where I live. I go to a lot of doll shows. I love going to thrift stores, antique stores, you know, you name it. I love all of it. I'm not saying I know everything about every Barbie doll ever made or every doll. I'm not like, you know, that on top of all the information. So I'm kind of like learn as I go. I would say I'm middle of the road. So, but I do take it pretty seriously. You know, I like to identify the dolls that I have when I go thrifting. I like to buy dolls that are from the early 2000s and before. So my favorite era is like the 90s, but I will collect anything that is considered vintage at this point. I don't do anything past probably like 2015. I'm not really into the Millie face and the cheap hard plastic legs. I like dolls with the rubber legs, you know. I like dolls that are vintage, that have been around for at least 15 to 20 plus years. Okay, that's what I grew up with, that's what I love, and I very rarely buy new dolls that Mattel puts out nowadays. I do like other doll lines, not just Barbie, so I'm gonna do doll lines besides Barbie on here too, but occasionally I like Bratz, so I will buy new Bratz dolls because I feel like those never lose quality like Barbie does. And yeah, so there's a couple lines that I do like from time to time that I will pick up if I find them, which also I like to talk about because it's not just all about Barbie. You know, I feel like there's so many dolls out there that, you know, we could sit here and talk for years about all the different types of dolls out there, obviously. So without further ado, I'm going to share with you guys my recent thrift haul. I actually went today and I went yesterday for Father's Day, and I would like to show you guys what I found. And we're actually going to start with the most iconic Barbie doll, I think, of all time. And I found her out in the wild. Actually, my dad spotted her before I did, and granted, he knows nothing about dolls, but he even knew there was something special about her. And she was mislabeled, so I got really lucky. I picked up for $14. I couldn't believe it. You know, and these are the kinds of things that we all as doll collectors hope that we find, right? I'm sure you guys all recognize her by the long hair, but this is totally hair Barbie. In perfect condition. Her hair is perfect. Her face paint is like immaculate. She has both of her earrings. She is missing a ring, but I have replacement rings for that, so I'm not really too concerned. But her body is perfect. No flaws, no chewed limbs. Head isn't loose. I mean, what more could you ask for? I have Totally Hair Teresa, and I had Totally Hair Teresa for a while. I got her at a doll show, but I honestly haven't gotten Barbie yet. I just haven't gotten around to purchasing her yet. I would like the whole line eventually someday, but this is a win because all I got to do is just find her dress and her shoes and her hair accessory, and then she's a perfectly complete doll. So yes, I just can't believe how lucky I got. Yeah, so that's her. You see it up close. So cute. She's definitely going to go on display once I get all of her missing pieces together. So the next thing, also, let me just show you guys. So she was wearing this dress, which is the Happy Birthday Barbie from 1992, and this is how she was labeled. They thought she was this doll, but this is a pretty dress. I don't have that one, so I will definitely keep that. And up next, I found this doll. Actually, this was more like a week ago. I didn't know who she was because the earrings and the necklace like honestly threw me off, but I found out that she's actually a cut and style midge. Sorry, there's still like some price tag crap on her. Again, immaculate condition. Her hair is like perfect. I found her at Goodwill, and I didn't know who she was because these earrings and this necklace honestly just don't scream like cut and style Barbie. Like, I would have had no clue. I had to look her up. But the weird thing is, I saw this patch on the back of her head, right? And I was like, is she been shaven? Because I don't have a cut and style Barbie. So I don't know this was actually for her hair extension piece that she comes with. So I was like, who the heck is this, and why does she have this weird hair spot? And that's why. So yeah, but these are her original earrings and necklace. I was thinking she was some like glam you know, like a Barbie with a big ball gown dress or something, because this necklace looks like something that would have gone with. So it just threw me off, and I wasn't expecting her to be that. But either way, I really am a fan of midge. Midge is like my girl, okay? Whenever I see a midge out in the wild, I always pick her up. As long as she's in semi-decent condition, I cannot leave behind a midge. Or even a Courtney, any of the red hair, you know, if you want to consider Courtney kind of like, sort of like midge, I guess, not really. But I have a thing for the redheads, okay? I think these dolls are like so pretty. So I always pick her, I've always picked them up. So this is her in good condition. She came with this dress, which is actually a Barbie dress. I don't know if anybody recognizes it. If you do, leave it below in the comments. I'm sure it's from like maybe a fashion pack or something. But yeah, so that's cut and style midge. I think I picked her up for $4 too, by the way. Okay, next up, what I picked up yesterday at an antique mall. I had a couple finds. We're gonna change it up and we're gonna switch gears to Ken. I found this odd, well, he's not really odd. I just haven't seen him before. Internet told me that he is odd because it might be the, he's like the Spanish version, because like his title, it actually is in Spanish. It says Fiesta Tropical. And when I looked him up, this version seemed more rare. Like there was really no listings of him. And he's really cute. I've never seen a Ken with that screening before. Maybe I'm just not well versed in Ken. But I just thought he was kind of unique. I don't know if you guys can see his face in there without the glare. He just looks like a totally different Ken than what I'm used to ever seeing. And he was only $20, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pick him up. There's something different about him. Maybe he's a rare variant because he's from a different market. But yeah, just something different about him. I'm probably gonna leave him in the box. By the way, I'm an in-box and out-of-box collector. Usually I do prefer buying dolls out of box because I just feel like I can store more dolls if I get them out of box versus in. So, but him, I'm gonna leave. I'm not gonna take him out. It's very rare that I take dolls out of packaging unless I feel like they're gonna start molding or their box is so damaged that it, you know, doesn't make sense. But yeah, so he comes with a bottle of suntan lotion too. I don't know if you can see that. And yeah, so let me know in the comments too if you guys know anything about this doll or if you have him. Next up, I found a Dress in Fun Barbie in immaculate condition packaging wise. Like, this box looks like it came straight up off the shelf or from some collector's collection. She was only $5. I know she's not rare or anything, but I just don't have her, and I just thought she was so cute. Like, I couldn't pass her up for $5. And look at these like cool photos. I love old Barbie packaging. Like, just looking at the illustrations is just so much fun. Like, why can't Barbie be like that again? Like, this is why I don't like taking them out of the packaging. I feel like the art is just so pretty that I just don't want to damage it. And so yeah, got her for $5. I'm gonna leave her in the box too. No point in taking her out. So I picked her up, and then I found a Swan Lake Kelly. This is Kirsty as Mary the Mouse. I picked her up for $14. I thought that was a pretty decent deal. I don't have any of the Kellys from Swan Lake, but Swan Lake's one of my favorite Barbie movies. And I only have Odette from that line so far. I haven't started like collecting the rest of them yet. Honestly, I'm kind of hoping to find them out in the wild instead of like paying full prices for them. So I'm kind of waiting for like the day where I come across a listing somewhere or them in the thrift store. I think it's honestly more fun that way. Like, yeah, I've obviously like dropped retail money on dolls I just really, really want or wanted. Like, you know, you get like FOMO and stuff. But sometimes the thrill of the hunt and the chase is more fun than just buying the doll outright. Unless, of course, she's like rare or something and you just, you know, like listings only come up for her like once every couple months type of thing. Like, okay. But like, honestly, like the Swan Lake dolls, I feel like you will eventually run into them at a thrift store, you know. But this little girl, I just picked her up because like I said, she was only $14. I don't really see Swan Lake in box out at the stores like ever. So yeah, so she's so cute. Like, I haven't seen this Kirsty before. So she's gonna go with my Swan Lake Odette Barbie and put her on display. And yeah, let me know in the comments if you guys like Swan Lake and who you have, because I know there's a lot of Swan Lake play sets and dolls. I would love to have all of them. Honestly, I mean, honestly, probably every one of us feels the same way about that. But okay, so moving on. Now this is a doll I may take out of the box because she is really damaged. Also, my other favorite character is Christy. Christy is my other, I love Christies. Whenever I see them out in the wild, I usually always pick them up just like a midge. I have a fondness for these two girls, and I have a hard time saying no if I see them out. Even if I have this doll, if it's a double for me, I still pick them up if they're reasonable. But yeah, this is the NSYNC #1 fan, or is it just NSYNC doll? Yeah, #1 fan. Yeah, so this is the NSYNC Christy. I never had this as a kid, but I loved NSYNC, and I have the blonde. I have Barbie, but I don't have her outfit. Just the lanyard. I found her thrifting, but this is really cool because I don't have any of these dolls. Again, this is a line I would like to have all of them for. I kind of want to play this CD, no lie. Like, I think this would be just like super cool. But she comes with like, I don't know if those are trading cards or something, but yeah, she has this like the NSYNC CD, And just look at that hat. Like the bucket hat is so cute. The tank top and the pant. I mean, Mattel would never nowadays. And again, the artwork on the back, and it talks about how all the other dolls, like which CDs they have. And this is just so nostalgic for me. I mean, did they ever do a collaboration with the Backstreet Boys? Because now that would be a doll line I would have to get to. I don't even know. I don't think they did, but yeah. So this box is like totally messed up. In fact, she might even be susceptible to like mold at this point. So I have a feeling I might have to take her out of the box. For some reason, I seem to find a lot of Christie's with damaged boxes. It's like the last couple Christie's I found in box all had terrible boxes. Like, I don't know what that is, if it's just me or what, but. Okay, so next doll, and this one I found today. I found her at a local thrift store. And now she's nothing special, but I thought she was so pretty. I think I only got her for like, she was like $5. Okay, so I had to get her. She's the Target 31st anniversary Barbie. Now, I'm not sure what's so special about Target having their own Barbie, but I just thought she was so pretty. Her hair is obviously Kneck-a-Lon, which I love, and she's from, I think she's from 1997. If I read that right? Yeah, 1997. Like, look at that dress. And her earrings. And it was cool. On the back, they have all these facts about Barbie and Target. Target and Mattel together through the years, and they go through year by year about like what they, their milestones, was just kind of cute. So here's one little tidbit. According to the back of the box, the golden lace Barbie from 1989 was the first Barbie ever created exclusively for Target. I'm sorry, not ever created, but first created. I thought that was interesting. I don't know what golden lace Barbie looks like. I don't think I've ever seen her before, but apparently that was the first Barbie that Mattel ever did exclusively for Target. And what else? Yeah, so then it just has some little cute facts and a picture. This is from the first Target store ever opened, and I don't know, I just thought it was kind of, for $5. Look, we don't see a lot of box Barbies anymore at thrift stores because we know a lot of thrift stores are doing this whole reselling thing where they take like brand name stuff and they put it on their online stores now. I very rarely see boxed Barbies, like ever, at any thrift store. So with seeing this, I was shocked, honestly. I was like, holy crap, like, I don't even care who she is. I'm just gonna take her because that was like an awesome find. All right, let's do, I have 3 more dolls for today, and these aren't Barbie, so we're gonna switch gears a little bit. We're gonna do Maxie. Any of you guys heard of Maxie dolls from Hasbro? Yeah, well, these are kind of a recent obsession that I've had in the last like couple months. I wouldn't even say couple months, more like a month, okay? I'll be honest, I just kind of jumped on the bandwagon of these dolls. I found a, oh, now I'm gonna forget her name. Maxie has a couple different names, like a couple different like characters. It's not Ashley, but she's got like almost like a pink type of hair color. I'm gonna show her in another video, but I found her at a doll show a couple weeks ago, and I didn't know who she was, okay? I did not know who she was. I just liked, she had pink eyes, and she had this like light pink, almost like strawberry blonde type of hair. And I was like, who is this? I had never seen a doll like that before. They kind of have like bigger hands too, and their heads are really like hard. They're not really squishy like Barbies. And the lady was selling her for like $5, and I was like, I don't know who this is, but I'm just gonna grab her because she resonates with me. And I think she's so cute. And I looked her up, I found out about the Maxie dolls, and I started like looking at them, and then I realized, oh, okay, so they were like competitors to Barbie. So Hasbro tried to compete with Barbie and created Maxie. And this was done after they, after Gem, I think, was flopped. I'm pretty sure that's what I read. So these came out after Gem kind of like stopped selling or whatever. And Hasbro wanted to create a brand new line to compete with Barbie. And this was the end result. Now, I picked her up at a thrift store. This one's called Perfect Prom Maxie. Her box is in okay condition, but she has a perfume gimmick. Her perfume scented pendant that you can wear. I wonder if it still smells. But yeah, isn't she cute? She's adorable. Look at this 80s fashion. And that box illustrations, again, so cute. Like, look at the side. Look at this. I just love that. See, I can't take her out of the packaging. I just can't do it. I'd want to keep the box. And honestly, what am I going to do with an empty box? Yeah, that's her. So cute. And there, of course, there was 2 of them, and I couldn't leave behind the other one. And I knew he's kind of like not hard to find, but I wanted the boyfriend too. So I picked him up. His name is Rob. He looks kind of crazy. His hair, he looks like he's got an afro. Both these dolls were about 18 bucks. So I thought, yeah, I better just pick him up. His box a little beaten up. Again, maybe take him out of the box just because, but again, like the illustrations are just so cute. I don't know if I can do it. Look at that. That's a close-up of his face. Right? So cute. Let me know if any of you guys have Maxie dolls or if you guys like Maxie. I can't be the only one out there that's starting to collect them. So from now on, I'm going to just pick them up if I see them. I don't see these though. Like the first one, like I said, I just bought a couple weeks ago. She was the first one I've seen since I've been collecting. Because I would have remembered that. I would have remembered a doll like that, and I haven't seen one. So I don't know if they're getting rarer or harder to find, but on eBay, they're not hard to find. So I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like, can find them easily on eBay. They're pretty cheap, but cannot find them out thrifting. Go figure. Hopefully I will start finding them more now that I have my eye on them. Because now that I've looked them up and I've seen how cute they are, I want like all the characters now. So, okay, and our last doll, we're gonna switch to Bratz. Okay, this is a Bratz. Okay, so this one came out like what, a year ago at least. The Always Bratz. I just picked her up the other day because I have the other ones, but she's been on like clearance at my Walmart for like $15, and that is so cheap. I feel like for a Bratz doll, that is like a steal. I know I paid a lot more for the other ones when they first came out, and this was the one I actually wanted really bad, Sasha. Yeah, so I take my Bratz out of the boxes. I don't leave them in their boxes. I don't know why. I don't have vintage Brat dolls in boxes though, just because I've never bought any. I always find them thrifting if I do. But I just take them out of the box when I buy them new. So you guys have probably seen Sasha. She's probably nothing totally new. But I just love this doll. I love the hot pink vest. I gotta get the Scorchin line. Oh my God. I will definitely get all 4 of them. The Scorchin girls look so cute. I used to not really be into Bratz until my friend got me into them. She's a doll collector too, and she loves Bratz. She got me into them. So I gotta give her credit for that. So I only started collecting Bratz maybe about 2 years ago, to be totally like honest. But now I'm like just as obsessed with them as I am with Barbie. So I like them equally. So yeah, that's Miss Sasha. And of course she's got cool artwork, as we all know. Very pretty. And eventually I will take her out of the box at some point. So yeah, so thank you guys if you got to the end of this video. Thank you for watching. I definitely plan on doing more unboxing and reviews because, like I said, I just feel like everybody loves watching these. If you're a doll collector, you already know, and I have so many dolls that I would love to share with you guys in the future. So if you stick around my channel, I'd love to show you. Thank you so much. Bye for now.